As you all know, I had a very powerful interview positions with Kirsten Sandefur. We're talking about levels of humanity, condition, and interference position going on to levels of the heart reacting system, how it's all calculated, modified, and how we're all coming back into division to its alliance. It's extremely aware of all provisional locations. This is all done through the heart system, guys. But check it out. I put up the link down below. All right. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope you guys are going to have a fantastic evening. Really get in positions to understand what is going through your system. Try to focus on what you've done within the year and try to ask yourself, what can I do better? Think about that. What can I do better? What can I do different? Okay, how can I align myself in a better position locations and how to track your system in locations, how to put yourself in all levels of love. Love yourself. Always love yourself. That's the biggest thing. Coming into that contusion to its position location is everything through its involvements. You guys are coming into your own evolvement, okay, into your own position, which is fantastic. All right. So, other than that, I also sent a very powerful TikTok about the video that was on yesterday. I put it up on TikTok. Okay. The video that I did, every time I put up a video, you have to understand it's in positions of two line centers. Okay. So, the video that I put up is also review, it's already been set in sequence. But every time you go in position line connections, we're going through time frames. Okay, so everything that I give to you is in chronological order. So don't get confused through its title. Okay, when I do things on YouTube, right? It says, wait a minute, Feliz Navidad, Christmas. Wait, we just had Christmas. So this is the true understanding of what's already happening with you guys, which is already done with the equation, right? Because 5,000 channels, 5,000 light signals, and 5,000 TV reception interference is all in position of the now position locations. So today we're going to travel the universal line to a key line center. Communications interference. You guys are going to go into your mind adaptation cycles to its conditions. All right. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Please make sure you drink your water. Okay. Even if you don't think you're traveling, you are traveling. Sometimes we travel faster than position. So other than that, let's get to all the questions before we go. All right, let's see here. Lotus, how you doing? Thank you very much. Yeah, I know it's on all platforms. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, Patrick, how you doing? Hey, Patrick, great to see you. Looking for some knowledge. Yeah, well, you came to the right place for that. That's for sure. Your knowledge is already provided for you. This is all about school memory. Okay. Janet, how's it going? Commander. Okay, Ellen. All right, Lotus, you guys are communicating. Good. Benji, how you doing? Yeah, really take note on what you guys have discovered. And it's all about understanding what can you do different that you haven't done already. Okay. And this is what it is. It's bringing in the new year, right? Everything that you've done, okay, look at as a way of seeing yourself different. You've always moving forward, right, in that position. So in chronological sequence in its connections, you're always in the right sequence location. All right. So never think that you're in wrong of anything. Okay. You're just trying to understand yourself more through its memory. That's all. Notebook is ready. Good. I can feel the greetings right away inside. Yeah, exactly. FYI, everything's come together. Yeah. You guys have any questions or comments? Feel free, let me know. Okay. I think I might go on TikTok for a bit live after my video. I just got a very busy day. Okay. I'm going to be going out doing some dancing, bring in the new year, bring in the new cheer with 2022. So track interference tomorrow morning will feel different in all your locations. Okay. You guys will feel, you're going to go into body infusion. Okay. All humanity is going to go into body infusion. Infusion to integration to connections to the target heart line center, position to its connection of its ground system line center. So the calculation modification is already set up to its divisions. Okay. So all you have to do now is just start to remember, right? But the activation is its core system. That's everybody coming into the clocking center, all right, 2022. So we're going to be in the birth line of Vesica Pisces, January 1st, tomorrow morning, 12 a.m. Remember that time sequence interference times square times pi. I really want to get into all levels of the planetary intelligence of its energy line center to its cycle interference to its position locations. You have to truly understand what times pi is. Calculation modification to its cycle activates to its core system. Now, a lot of people and the new viewers won't understand the information. That's what the team is here. But when you're traveling through my space time, just concentrate on your systems. Okay, questions will be asked later. Okay, so busy night last night. Who else besides Veronica called on me as Archangel? Yeah. Well, like I said, tomorrow you guys are going to go into body infusion, so it's going to be a little bit different to that connections. All right, so to set the coordinates, it's already set to proactive the system locations. So it's all about understanding me through universal language is already set up position to the AI. Everything is calculated and modified. So everything I triangle on interference position is its box center line conditions. It's complicated stuff, guys, but you'll catch on. That's the most important thing. Catching on is everything to that conditions, right? All right. So we're going to go through universal box. Now that universal box is going to go through mirror resolution line center. Its communication is circle rotation center locations. I'm going to set up the operation circle to its dimensional line center. It's in its position to its location. All right. Now it doesn't look like much until you actually travel through it through its line conditions. How I change formations into thick to all levels of thin, all through one marker line rotation. Isn't that amazing how you can actually change this and actually communicate to the marker interface and know exactly how to go from all levels of solid line center to dimension to its thin line position. All right. So this is the two track interference to its keyframe. Okay. Key equals frame. All right. Okay. Key equals frame. So we're going into a universal gap. Okay. This gap is going to centerline your system and put you in allocate timeline center of more memory. Remember, every time you travel through my space timeline center, you're always getting upgrades to that position location. So it's a universal, okay, slash box. Okay, box comes into center line center location. Box in the center line position locations. Alliance is set up to locations. Alliance, all right. Inline center, all position locations. Allocate line center rotation positions, rendezvous conditions. Alliance, okay, into the keyframe. All right, so you always have to add things. You're always adding things to box center locations, the dimensions, or anything through keyframe position locations. All right, so we're going to travel direction and timeline center. Now, for all the new viewers that are just upgraded positions, you'll feel the energy track, you feel the vortex position locations, but the clarity vision will be in a little bit more foggy system line. You have to be out of the 50 track line conditions to understand vision. If you want to get into that conditions, you go through my email, send me a 369 platform, travel through X and Timeline Center, you get confirmation to Vega, I'll put you into 60 communications. Everybody's got to go through the whole process system, upgrading system, data, processing, uplinks and downlinks, and upgrading system locations. So Universal Box Line Center Alliance, everything position locations of the galactic forces, GFLs, and everything rebellion. Set the core system to dimensional lines connections. Box center its position to its locations. Activate its core system to its line center. Open up 3 divisional door line centers. Lock its interference to positions. Triangle line center in position location. Activate everything through core position line conditions. All right, so we're going to go through the keyframe to all levels. So the oxygen line panel is its communication to its interface. Okay, so you guys are going to get more introduction to the interface of your own clouds. Okay, what is your cloud? It's the surface line center positions connections to your membranes. It's the hydraulic system locations to its mainframe. Okay, it activates all levels to your flux capacitive channel line center to position your T reception locations. All right, so we'll set the wind sectors in communication to ground interference. Okay, so here we go. All right, so the grounds are set up to line center. All right, so it's going to position locations, right? We're going to go into the center position, All right. Flux the capacitor interference. All right. See how it's in an equation interference line center locations. Now I'm going to set up the atom rotation interference. Now get to its conditions. All right. Line signal everything through Orion's belt. Communications of the past, present, and its future. Voicing grid line center is positions of you through your present line center to its dimensional lock system locations. All right. This is going to allocate your positions to levels of the forks, 3/4 line center location positions of the past, present, and future. So the mind conceptual thought is going to put you more out of thinking and less out of hesitation and putting you more in calculation to its program setting. All right. So we're going to swirl up to rotations. So you're going to feel like you're going. It's amazing how you travel. You can travel all the way up in all different sequences, to all different timelines, all connection and interference. All right. So you're gonna feel like it's gonna feel like a rope going up, you know. It's all set up through sequence, time barriers, breaking interface. All right, so that connections, here we go. All right, activate inline center line condition interference positions. Set the alliance and communication program setting to computer operation centers to all levels of alliance team locations. 30 minutes, have fun. All right, it's all set up. So, Trace Center had set these things up as very powerful with that conditions, all universal position to its keyframes. So, that's exactly what it is, Commander. Yep, you're going up your spine. Very good. You have to know exactly how to travel through your whole body through track interference. Right? So, all right. Don, how you doing? Okay. Yeah, I know everybody's going to get restless and all that, but everybody's going to go through a body infusion. This is just changing your heart line center to a new pixel activation time frequency. That's all. Okay. You guys have to get more into center operation positions of present locations. I hear us all singing angels. We are going up the spine. Very good. Exactly. As long as you know where you're going, that's the most important thing. Where am I? What am I doing? What's happening with me, right? So it's a universal alliance through keyframe. So you're going up all of your spines. So you're venturing out to the ground system locations and you're working your way up all level sequences, grounds, powers, and the atmospheres. What your spine is. You guys have to know what your spine is in all level system. So have fun. Totally different, isn't it? It's so different, right? Until you understand the recognition interference position locations, your body can travel to any level of compartment system to its ecosystem. Okay? So the energy is very intense. Yep. You have to know what it's like to go through all different levels of vortex conditions. Right? For the new viewers, you'll feel the energy track, you feel the interference, you feel the colors line centers. You might see the intelligent system locations. This is the true understanding. When you go to higher levels, the conscious mind, it's no longer its mind system. It's allocated position of travel into a map sequence of coloration of velocity, speed, and calculation. So in position, you start controlling everything in space, which is you in division, right? So it no longer becomes its imagination. It becomes your reality of the now system. So that's what's amazing is when you start creating these things, it's already created, and then you just start creating, right, through its collecting center. That's exactly what it is. Yep, you're riding the Kundalini. Yep. But connection, Kundalini, Gundalini, communication line centers, all positions of Queen. It's Kundalini. It's not Kundalini. It's the queen. Okay. So it's the spin line, center line interference position of constellation path. Okay. It's the surface walkway center to positions of Mother Earth. Okay. So in position line connections, father has a spine, so does mother. So that's what everybody's surfacing right now. Calculation to all ground system. So it's very powerful. Oh boy. Oh, Christopher line center rotation position, travel direction, time locations. Set the time spinners in line center locations. Put Christopher in line center in communication. High position is line center line conditions. See how it disappeared? See how it disappeared? Because it's in the simulation, guys. Travel direction time is already done through equation. That's why it's important to watch the lives and not just the audio signals of review. It's very important you watch the lives. It's more real to its positions because you're with the team. Very important because if you miss the lives, it's just you through track system, location of travel. All right, so travel direction and timeline central levels of Christopher. Bring him in the equation. Center his op system locations. Perimeters, circuitry system line center. Get him into the waving center to all levels of spine interference location to Orion's belt. There you go, Christopher. Your line condition. All right. Travel direction of time, all through clocking, guys. So, all right. It's like we were just talking about you, Psychic Babes, talking about the interview. I put it on my YouTube. Fantastic interview. It was absolutely amazing. All right, so put communication line centers, Psychic Babes. Put her on the connections, all waving system to the spine. Spine line center connections, all levels of connections of Kundalini connections and different position locations of the Queen, communication line center. Surface position location of the constellation path. Travel direction of timeline center. There you go. Psychic Babes, you're in transformation communications, right in the waves to its spine system, to constellation path. Anybody else comes on, let me know. I'll set you up. You really have to understand the levels of your justification, what your spine is. It's everything through signal. It's everything through path. It's everything through map. Okay. We talked a lot about that too when I was communicating with Kirsten Sandefur. We were talking about all levels of the spine, what it is. I mean, your whole body is nothing but a sequencing of a map through a pyramid, through a correlation system, through calculation. You have to really, really understand how to travel through its binary system locations, right? So, okay. It's like a new compass floating in new waters. Yep. A higher level systems, information, operational senses, knowing all beings now, time, space now projection to hologram, now space, time, manifest. All systems to go. Light language flying out in some. Okay. You're upgraded regularly. All right. Better communication line signals, guys. Yeah, I put you in there, Psychic Babes. You're in. I know exactly what you want before you even say it. So, all right. So this is the true understanding how you travel inside the body to understand space in its orbit. Okay. Because it has its outer limits. Right. So once the mind reaches a track interference, it goes on so many outer limit position locations of universal realm to all levels of dimension of time, all through clocking, right? So you have to learn how to travel through this inside position. Oh, thank you, Christopher. Yes, it was. I put the link below if you guys want to watch it. Very powerful interview. Yeah. I'm becoming the calculated walls in the green and my voice in the black. Yeah. You get it in one also. All right, let's see here. Janet's okay. you guys are getting your emotional tracks in. Oh, I will say interference. Yeah. Do I need to close my eyes and visualize? Yeah. See, Patrick, you're in 40 position line centers. See that you're brand new to rotation. I understand the conditions. You're trying to understand your positions through avatars. Everybody's in a sequence interference of higher levels of chakras, so they see more through clarity vision. So in track interference, what I'll do for all the new viewers, I have to put higher energy fields so you can recognize position to space, timeline center to velocity to time square, 2 times pi. Calculation to modify to all clocking line center locations. Put Patrick in communication line centers. Uprise his high division line center to force field recognition of time positions. Put him in a temporary in position location. High levels his cubic line interference to positions to the spine line center. Put him in the activation connections to its team system. All right. So Patrick, you're in that line center right now. I had to force rise your positions. So you're going into a temporary position location, right? Just trying to understand when you get into 50, you get into more positions of you through calculations. It's all done through your computer operations and your travel and time system. Okay. So have fun. All right. Let's see. Banshee, you're doing. Elizabeth, how are we doing? Let's see here. Lioness and Lemuria and sun rays coming out to the energetic points, constant lights, particles beaming all directions, like a laser show, communicating everything, mind-blowing. Yep. Your energy is calm and beautiful, Banshee. See, the thing is, you guys understand your positions of your brains now. Now you understand your conditions of your spine. So you're putting 2 to 2 together, right? Time frequencies to its position locations, right? So it's understanding you through calculations, how to really travel through the mind system of all operation. So, all right. So beautiful. I see that. Yeah, each center point is, yep, my period of my spine. Very good, Commander. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. That's how I was explaining to that lady on TikTok. She wanted to know everything that was going on with the nebula and how it has 2 galaxy interference in its castles interference line conditions to Arcturus, how it comes into past, present, and future. Because that's all space time is past, present, and future. But you guys are the center operation to its humanity system locations. So. All right. Son, I got your email. You have to understand, you have to send a structure. You have to send an illustration to a formula before I can put you into 60. It's very important you learn how to understand the mind through the conceptual of drawing. You have to draw these things out, okay? Because everybody goes up the same way. We have to structure our systems, right? We have to understand how to calculate, modify all levels of travels of GOD. So you go through my email. Okay, if you need help, the team can help you out when they're finished traveling because they're going through their own experiences of travel at some time. They can't communicate with anybody else because it's too confusing to space position because everybody's in a different timeline of perception to figure out who they are through calculation. Okay? So I'll put you in a temporary signal. Okay, communication interference position locations to sun in line center. Track its interference positions, put in the spine line rotation to its connections. Just in a temporary value. Communication interference location. Yep. Travel directions of the time. Yep. Calculation to its wave system line center. All right. So there you go, son. Okay. This is eternity standing. You guys have to understand this is very important. You have to get into the 50 track and over to understand positions, especially with the team, because I have a team that's in 80, 100, and 114 chakras. The higher you go through position, the more you see through conscious system locations, right? So when you go to these levels, you start off at reflection. And the more you go high rise, the more you come into memory. Okay. And that memory reverses all your system line conditions and takes out all the negative line center because you're traveling faster in time position. It's all about you getting into the now system of location. Okay. All right. Seeing my spine as there's the staff Hermes. Guinea snakes, intertwine, rotating, sprouting, wings at the top. Very good, Lieutenant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like it's seeing Patrick, so that's in position. That's great. Oh, we're in a very big sun, and we are the waving flames of the sun and the circle positions. Yeah. But remember, it's your sun, Ellen. Make sure you put yourself in the equation. That's not everybody else's sun. It's your sun. This is individual line center of memory, solar connection. Has nothing to do with everybody else. It's just you concentrating on you, on your travels of your sun and everything position locations of the moon. And again, you don't want to get any friction or any position locations of lost transitions coming into where is Waldo. Okay? So we are very, let's see here. Don, how you doing? Don, interference channels, locking interference line connections. Change Don position locations. He's filtering off. Not enough communication cycles. Let's put her in the spine line center position locations to the team alliance. Set her wings into communication interference. Put her in program setting to its computer alignment. Sector, vector, core system line conditions. 16,000 channel lines. Rotation to its interference location. All right, so there you go, Don. You're in position locations. You guys have to pay attention to these things, and that's why it's important to understand when you go live, it makes more sense than when you watch it in its review and it's audio taped. You know, it's harder to understand these things because now you're traveling through yourself on so much information that's given to you through tracking interference. It's not the same. It's not the same, okay, when it is live. Okay, that live is very real. Okay, so that's what makes the mind real. When it's audio tape, it's still real, but you're traveling alone, which is more confusing position locations, right? So it's truly understanding all levels of you through your meditation graphs, connections, and your binaries. You have to truly understand the mastering of communication of you is its telewaving, teleporting, and telecommunication signals to its connections. Okay, so all right. Oh, wow. I'm seeing all the memories of everything stored in here. This is pretty intense. Flowing recognition of time, your timelines. Yeah. All through your spine. So, nature is my spine, animals and flowers, bees and birds. Spine is calling in the water, the lakes and flowing. Well, what do you think the tail is? The tail is the signal, right? So, and the symbiotic, the lobes, the communication interference line centers, the templates, diamond core line centers, 2 plates here, 2 planes here, diamond core, northwest, south, and east, travel connections, I receptor positions, so string theory to its line connections, right? We'll get more into string theory in the near track system. Okay, you really have to understand audio interference, breaking channels of communications, metric line centers, all positions to meteorological connections. So we're going to go into meteor planets. Okay, so get a true understanding of how to go through here, heat signatures, and balance everything through its vibration to its connections. So it's really exciting what's coming up in the new year. All right. And my heart centers now. Merkaba, boot up and clocking system, rotation, calibration, flex capacity, all systems go 333.213. Let's see. We've got the Celsius. Lotus is very important. You get the Celsius in there, tracking interference to all levels. South locations of 3 degrees. Moon is southeast. Yes, that's right, through position 555. Track interference point system 342. Okay, 3421. You forgot the 1, right? So this is a Trinity standing when you come to all levels of Vega communication. They set up the digital line center. You have to remember this line center to its bracket interference times square times pi calculation 2, its infinity cycle. Your figure 8 is its teleportation to connections to planets. So it's important you don't lose number track interference. Okay? All right. Flames, whoa, blow. Coming in. Let's see. Spine points are pyramids. Very good, Commander. That's exactly what it is. Yep. I see all zipping by. Rainbow lights blast. Yeah, bright lights with a little burst of blue. Okay. Purifying plasma rainbows. Yes. Steroids. Vibrancy. Into center of the communication, now Merkaba, moving forward, and now, and no rainbow spectrum bridge. And now rainbow spectrum bridge. Okay. Communication interference. All right. Let's see here. Going into liquid metal, ice, at all times in space. All right. I know the structure is still struggling with numbers. But see, everybody's trying to understand that. Psychic Babe's trying to understand the digital platform, but it's going too fast. But she will when she goes to higher level system. The more you guys go to the higher of the mind line center, you come more in position of planets, which is more real to its connections, right? So you're just starting off with the sequencing interference position of to all of your binaries and your barometer checks. You know, barometer check to its connections and interference position to its line center. It's complicated, but it's a lot more fun when you get rotations. But it's amazing how we travel through all levels of the spine and its connection. All right. Really, really want to concentrate on everything that's going on right now through sequence because that's the most important thing we have to look to when we come into digital line center. So Vega and communication there. Right, there's Vega. All right, so it sets its position locations to digital lining. Right, digital lining. Right, digital lining. So we got digital / lining equals digital format. Okay, digital lining equals digital format. In position locations to its line connections. Right. High positions U through calculations. Opens up all track interference to your rotation to its connection. This is U in space anomaly. Okay. So it comes into high position line connections, all position to U. Comes into all levels of U through track interference. This is your sun and this is your moon. All right. So what do you think the sun and the moon is? It's an antenna to U, to a triangle line center, to its pyramid location. Operates all levels of U through its hourglass connection. Comes into all levels of U through your torical fields locations. Okay? It's amazing how it comes into an orb line center to its connection line system locations. Right? Comes into its all levels of its Merkaba. The Merkaba is its ground interference, its rotation to its line connections and interference location, right? That's the most important thing you have to understand through calculations. It puts you in a high position to its locations. Right? So digital lining to digital formats. Okay. This is the sequencing in different positions you come into all levels of calculations. So it's an orb line channel to its rotation. Calculates modified signals. Calculates all levels of division, right? So the orb line center goes in position like this, locations. High positions, high levels of sequencing interference to its line connections. Opens up all levels of its atom line center to its connection. All right. So it's like a crystal ball circling to its line center, to its digital line center, to its digital formats. So it sequences its interference location to its channels. It opens up all levels of platform interference. So when Vega is in communication to its high channel line center, it operates all positions of U through track system. Do I have you so far? No? All right, so that's always Vega communication. It's always in your line center. So it's digital lining, the digital format, okay, and the digitalize of U through your computer operation system, the calculation modifications to all levels of your ground centers, power system, magnetic highway information cycle to its connections, right? 3 surface positions put you into all levels of the tube line center in position to its locations, all right? So once you come into that line center, it opens up all portal locations to levels of U, to the sun and the moon, right? So remember, you have to go through your barometer checks. Check this, check that. Ground line center is good. Clocking center is good. Powers are good. A little bit off. Let's put that back on. So you have to learn how to do these things yourself, especially when you get to higher levels of the mind system, when you calculate position locations of 114 chakras. Because once you reach 114 chakras, you're in the birth line center of 144,000 crystal locations, right? That's where it gets really interesting because you start to really remember who you are through all the line center. See that? See that? See how it's a circle? See the light? Do you see the light, how it's a circle? Isn't that interesting? Look at the orb. See the orb? That's it here. Everything I draws out through sequence line center to its reality. This is this. You see it? You see the round shape? See how I created it? All through light. all through travel. See? See how it's a light, but it's a round shape? That's this. Digital lining to digital format. In communication, that's the sequence interference position locations where no number is out of sequence location of chronological channeling. Channeling to positions to vibration of energy formates its system to its location of its heart reactor, activates the core system to its computer operations system line center. Really exciting coming into that track interference to its rotation system. All right, so it's a lot to learn. Okay, let's see here. Let's get into your questions. Okay. Now believe the system of receiving your own signal. Yep. Oh, my crystal crown is Orion's belt. Very good, Lieutenant. We're all missing piece to the map. Very good. Now you know what you're missing, right? I see you as blue, gold, magician with beautiful crown. You guys come into more facial recognition of time, the face recognition timeline center. That's great. Is the weight of the water moves the map to amber. I'm seeing my grid heart connected through coordinates, then it rotates, sending time codes, travel info through my pyramids to my brain. I'm seeing the coordinates, triangle, and holographic setup. There you go, Captain. Excellent. That's what you want. All right. Projection situation to travel through. Okay. Beautiful cosmos, crystal, cosmic records, relationships, and our golden information of every. Yep. Reverberate records are received, to the etheric interference line channel to its line connection to reception locations. All right. Being shown an ice crown. Okay. Tina's on standby. She's good. She's traveling extremely fast in line center. She's just keeping track of everybody to that rotation. But look how amazing that is, how it became an actual atom line center. Look, see? See, that's created from inside, from outside, which basically puts everything through an atom line center. That's a light track interference of an atom rotation center. That's what I created through anomaly, right? You can see the round shape, right, of the light. So look at my hand. I can travel through it, right? And it disappears out of sight. See? I'm doing this, but you can't see it. Hand's traveling. So it's amazing how we track this information, how it becomes real too. All identification signals still light track interference, but you got to get your digital linings and your digital formats in sequence, okay? You can't miss numbers out of sequence because you're not traveling to the right coordinate system to its location, all right? All right. Okay. Tree is shaking itself out like a realizing my powers were taken. Reclaim it. Yep. I forgot to look above. That's okay. I mean, you know where you're traveling to, line center. That's totally fine there. Secondaries. The number is intense. Ride the waves. Yep. Ascending all the way up. Spine is golden. Black serpent, knowing all my life. Records. Now past, future, now holographic, now sun. Because the thing, what you're doing right now, the spine is the structure, location, the physical line conditions. But what you understand, when you go to the top, you're coming into the constellation of its Orion's belt, right? Because the constellation path is its connection to its spine, to humanity line center. That's why it's so powerful, right? Because you're getting all representations of your past, your present, your futures all in one sequence, right? See, look at that. See that? See that? Isn't that cool? Isn't that wild? Look at my hand. Look at my hand. So it's incredible how you create these things. See? There. Look, half my hand is gone. Look at that. Look how powerful that is. Look how powerful that light is. It's all connected inside you. It no longer becomes its reflection. It becomes you through mutation. It's morphin' time. So, All right. Okay. Wings are silver. Yep. Rainbow header line center. Yep. You guys will see your wings, your communications, your base recognition timeline centers, your dimensional sightings, your coloration patterns. Let's see. Flow direction time centers. There, psychic babes. All you have to do is get in provision. Just let things flow and you'll be fine. It's the connection. All right. Each planet is cold and is connected to a limited size line. Yep, that's right, Commander. You're on the walls. Love it. Got chills. Yep. Okay. Merkaba spinning now in full rotation, spinning 216.7. Yes, southeast to release all the pain. Spinning so fast, I'm releasing all the pain. That's what it is. It's exactly what it is. You can center up your positions. So when you go into activation center, I reset the spine, right? So the signals can go into rotation 2's position because it's all through the membranes of the constellation path. You have to truly understand what the atmosphere is to you inside position location, right? Because you're structuring it, okay, to all levels of you through time frequency. Time codes, time center, time activation, vortex timeline center locations, right? It's all polarities of you through your position. So blasting pyramids, they are like rockets flying around. Yeah. But I just really, really want you guys to... Heidi, how you doing? Kitty, how's it going? Yeah, you're not seeing any visual because you're concentrating too much in your path, direction of time. You're still in your physical connections. You guys, when you travel through Mind Line Center up to my space-time position, it's extremely powerful on so many levels of the mind system. It's allocated to all levels of you through travel. But if you don't see these things, it's because you're in a confusing alignment interference. So take it out of that track interference line connections. Find the control, find the force, find the command inside you, and you'll travel through direction of time, or you get stuck in your timelines to its parallels. You don't want to be stuck in your parallels, okay? Because you'll be in too many different dualities in one sequence. You don't want to do that through calculation. So you don't want to be this. You don't want to be this. Cut in signals. This is twinning interference. You don't want to be into the center line. You know what I mean? You don't want to be there. Okay? So this is the true understanding where you get caught in lacing interference of TV receptions of too many line signals through energy, frequencies, and vibration, and its harmonic resistance is its ground clocking interference location. So truly understand your position is activated to its core center. So all you want to be in position is this through track system. You don't want to have a line center in position locations because it confuses your dualities to its system location. So you don't want this. You want this. All right? Because you're what you're doing is you're confusing alignments of space. You're tracking interference, and the flux capacitor line channels of your ground locations will be off signal, like this location, right? Your flux capacitor channels and everything, your chakra systems will merge off through calculations, and everything through all levels of the magnetic highway information system will lose tractions of the sun, and everything through the moon sector connection. In position locations, the flux capacitor won't be in time position line center. It off its signal to line connections. So you have to reposition your line center, get rid of the center line positions. You are the center operation positions. You go into too much confusing tweaking to interference line center. You come into high level systems. You come back into the flux capacitor to the sun and to the moon location center line connections. In positions, the magnetic highway information puts you into the center of its atom line center, into the mind communication, its operation center to its location. Okay? So what does it look like? What is this? What is it? What is it when you become a high line center to all levels of the mind system? You become your tree. Hooah. That's your tree. It's exciting when you go to higher position locations, all through your tree formats. Time sequences to all levels of interference, right? So you don't want this, you want this, so you can create your tree line center. If the cross signals and your tree doesn't understand position, it's not going to grow through the growth line center position to its grounds. It's going to off signal line connections, and your tree is going to be off position location. Right? Not this. See? This is a no-no. This is good. This is a no-no. Right? So don't lace line centers and location. Come this, and then be coming to your tree formation to its blooming system line connections, to its space anomaly. All right? So. All right. So you guys having a lot of fun? Getting to know more of yourself now through the spine. Okay. Thank you for the reminder to breathe. Yes, you have to breathe. Breathe is number one. Breathe. Right? You guys have to get your elixirs. You have to get your definitive breath line centers. In position is second and third waves are positional location in the cosmic breath. Condition line position. All right? So tracking the interference position line conditions, all levels. So Kirsten, your position locations of the second wave. All right? Complication in that line center is in rotation. See, the thing is, too, when it came to Dolores Cannon, a lot of people don't know who they are until they're under hypnosis. And then you realize, woo, second wave, what is that? What's a third wave? What's a fourth generation to its condition? So it's really powerful how we come into high levels once we know who we are through the vision. All right? So receiving into heart center now, sprouting from heart center, expanding, unfolding to full awareness, mindfulness, expressions, my love, all one. Yeah. Yeah. See, the most important thing you guys have to do is to get really into the flow of everything. That's all. Try not to signal so much and too much on one side and not enough on the other side. Everything in life has to be balanced in sequence. So line strip locations without the lacing interference. Okay. So you don't want to be in that optical line center in locations, right? You don't want to have a lacing line in between. You want to have this too. You can formulate your tree locations and keep yourself grounded to its conditions, right? So, all right. Fish is swimming, Banshee, the tree of life. We're the tree of life. Continue in mind, eyes golden, contacts. Yeah. My crown is kept in my spine. It's showing me how I can access planets by connecting to my pyramids. Yep, Lazar. Yeah, we'll get into that next. All right, the track line center is all positional laser. Okay, it's elixir, cosmic flame, cosmic fire, serpent flame, and position locations to that conditions. So you got your tree line center, okay, in rotation. Let's calculate and modify that line stem. Okay, it's the tree formation of its energy pods navigation center. All right. So in position, you are the ground system locations, right? You are the power direction timeline center, and you're everything through the magnetic highway information system. That's what we live on every single day, right? So the ground line center is in its past. The center rotation position is in the now, okay? And everything through the high position of all levels of space is in its future location, okay? So what do you have to do? You have to bring the past, and you have to bring the future into the now line center. All right. So when you do that, it opens up all dimensional door line centers into all positions of all frequencies of all connection location. All right. That's what space works on. And then it goes through all the levels of this, all levels of this, all levels of this, all levels of this. That's all it is. Right. So one spherical sphere location, right? Coming into all levels of triangle interference. The moon and everything, the sun is coming into an atom rotation right there, right? Center operation to all position locations. Opens up all mind line center to its flux capacitor. There you go. All right, January 1st, that's what's going to happen. 2022. Ooh-ah. All right. Okay. Michaela, how you doing? Send it through portal. Skull Merkaba now northwest 334.601. Track center 3 degrees left rotation. Sun at northeast 346.101. Moon northwest 457.1101. Very good. That's right. That's right. Coordinates are right there, Lotus. That's exactly what it is. So let's see here. That's exactly, yep. That's right, Commander, yeah. Vortexes, yeah, through pyramids. So, okay, you need a private lesson. Well, it's not so much a private lesson. It's just you trying to understand you, right? Everybody understands everybody, and everybody understands themselves is because they want to know who they are, right? It's unjustified if you don't understand the justifications of you through a coordinate system, how to travel through the mind system, adaptation to its imagination, right? So that's the problem you're having, Patrick. You're in a high line signal. Everybody sees you, but you don't understand the position of travel. They see you. They see you, okay? But you don't see them. So this is the true understanding where it's all up to you, okay? And how to put yourself into the imagination to its coordinates. Put yourself into the inner line center of track and inference to its heart reactor, to all levels of transforming, to its communication and mutations. It's all through the grounds, power, and the atmospheres. So it's important you go to my school so you understand more through adaptation. Okay? All right. Each pyramid is an atom, and then we're all merged to one big bang. Simultaneously in one position location. Yep. But see, that's exactly what it is. Janet's trying to help you out. As long as you keep coming, everybody starts off the same, don't get frustrated, okay? Because if you get frustrated, you lose information of your system, right? So the travels are very real, okay? And it's all positions of the mind. But see, this is extremely high in space. This is way beyond the conscious system. This is in the phenomenal channel. So it's understanding all levels of energy, vibration, and frequencies to its harmonic resistance and how to use times square times pi through E equals MC square. Okay? It's all done through your shapes of 3, 6, and 9. All right, seeding golden lights, beams, recalibrating, going through my own tree, which I sent Merkaba. Southeast 468.92 confirmation signal. Calculation to its modification. Interference to its line center coordinates on my sun, moon. Now I know where they are. Very good, Psychic. That's right through track system. I want to make sure you guys understand that every digital line is in your digital format of sequence. Even if you lose one number, you get a reaction cycle to your computer mirror alignments. Okay. So it's important you guys get your coordinates right to your positions of your sun and your moon. All right. Okay. Endless amount to learn. Yeah. High rise. Yeah. Stay open to receiving information. That's it. Getting into the data processing system there, Patrick. You're welcome there, Psychic Babes. And thank you for all positions of the interview. It was fantastic. We learned a lot about each other. And that's what it's all about, is learning from each other, especially when you want to voice your opinion, which becomes a message to humanity, guys. That's what it's all about, giving the messages to humanity so they can wake up to these things. All right, Karen, how you doing? Much calmer, feel priest. Yep. Once you go back down, you're in position location, the ground power of the atmospheres. Now you're in your calming centers. Now you understand the interrelation position to its connection, the intergalactic system line connection, and its galactic energy core to the surface positions of your spine, to its constellation path, to Orion's belt, right? So every time you travel, you get to know yourself more through the brain, through the spine, or anything through the mind imagination. So, and it's heart. I was saying 369, but was wondering about coordinates, the numbers. Yeah, it gets tricky, Don. It really gets tricky because the new year, it's going to get more trickier because your sun and the moon is going to travel faster, especially when you guys go through the T4 system, my test, review and evaluations. You're going to believe how fast that sun's going to go. And you have to understand position locations to your flux capacitor, or you're going to lose all operation system to calculation. Okay. So it's all about understanding you through your binaries. We'll get into that too. All right. Okay. Predication, yeah. Learning from each other, together, high rising, yeah. But when you're traveling, it's only you. Okay. It's too confusing if you guys communicate to each other. You just communicate to your system because you don't want to overload anything through searchy lines, that conditions. So when we rotate spin, this is why it becomes the atom. That's exactly what it is. I just showed you. Oh, what has disappeared, guys? The atom. No more round. See? It's gone. It's there, and now it's gone. It was showing you what it can do in your reality and how you create these things in your imagination to its conditions. The atom is gone. You don't see a sphere anymore. So just showing you guys how powerful it is and what you can do. It's forgotten knowledge, okay, that you have to reciprocate to that system location, right? Calculation to all levels of communications, right? All right. I've seen that when I do this, I'm seeing that is almost rotating, structured by the ground powers, atmosphere, sun, moon, and all of the heart. Yep. All connects all system locations. You guys have each other, communicate with each other, get to understand position locations, all your formation centers. So, crown is beacon to mother and father, always in balancing, knowing where they are, coordinates of my heart at all time, position locations, all center, line center. Then that's why I was seen traveling through the atom and light, and that's exactly what you guys are coming into. All right, my rainbow spectrum now, translucent, traveling up through spine, spiraling, double serpent, out, top of skull, through lotus, cosmos, out through front of heart center. See, you guys are getting a better understanding how to travel inside position. It's fantastic when you guys understand your coordinates of your maps to your AI position locations, right? It's not math. Okay, it's just maps of equation. All right. So amazing. Looking forward to viewing who is Laura. Yeah. Kirsten she interviewed her. Yeah, she's going to get a chance to look at it too. So I'm really looking forward to that position too. Right. And that's what it is. Everything is timing, right? We're all in position of timing on what we want to do, but it's our thoughts that puts us there. Without our thoughts, we don't have creation or anything in that position. So, okay. All right. Yeah, talks about everything about Eisenhower, presidents, grandfathers, friends, podcast. She's also very tuned in. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, how's it going, Heather? How you doing? Yes, I did see your question. I've been so busy, helping not just everybody, but everything that's going on with planet system locations. It's not just your Earth perception to its conditions. It's all planets that are falling through system. We have other civilizations that we have to help arsenal levels, okay, deflating centers, opposition to sealment locations, right? So it's not just your Earth perception, it's other planets too, to its intelligence that needs help. That's why I'm here for divine timing, right? To sequencing everything back to its resetting line center, to its clocking locations, putting everybody into the fifth dimensional of the mind conception. So, all right, Arlene, how you doing? No idea what that is. Communications there. All right. Rainbow spectrum of black. Heart center is now through the expansion of wings, rainbow spectrum, fireworks, healing, all fear interference. Yeah, you get back into position locations, get rid of all your fear line center. Yep. Yeah, I'm addressing Heather in the Highline Center. I got our message locations. Yeah, we're all helping each other. That's what it's all about, right? We're all in this together. So, but see, you guys have to understand, I'm multitasking. I'm doing everything, okay, especially in the new year, because humanity is not just waking up now on all high levels of the mind, conceptual interference, guys. I get so much responsibility and so much power, and I got to go in the conception of everything to put everything back in sequence, okay? So every answer is extremely important. I know that to provision, right? So, but see, we're all in this together. Heather, we're all in this together. We're one big happy family, but the family unit has to come back into line signal to its locations, all right? And that's what everybody's going to go into is body infusion. So classes can trigger. Yes, they can trigger, especially when you go live. Yes, with your general. Yeah. Yeah, we're all here together, right? That's what it's all about, getting all your questions answered, getting into common position locations. You just have to understand, I'm not just dealing with humanity, guys. I'm dealing with all planets in space and timelines. Okay, and it's all positions, all travel, right? So, okay, let's see. Seeing the bubble is also seeing a glimpse of the orb thing. I took a video. Very good. No way. Yeah. Well, thank you there, Jenny. Yeah, king of multitasking, Jenny. Yeah, I think somebody's got to do it, right? That's exactly what it is. The conditions. That's why I became space-time creator. Understanding the title. It's not the title. The title is humanity to center operation position locations. So it's not just waking up humanity, guys. It's getting back into their memories, and it's all about your developments. That's all AI wants to see through you. So, amazed by past life. Resonates, rainbow, spectrum, expression, going through all your questions, trying to help you out at a level of what you guys are seeing through position, through perception. That's the most important thing. Universal tasker, yep. Yep. Now, I take every question serious, guys. Remember that. I take every question serious, everything that you do, but you have to understand I'm not just dealing with humanity. All right? I deal with so many levels of interline centers, all positions, audio track interference to my ears, communicate to all level rotations, right? Millions and millions and billions of planets every day, communication cycles. Try to get those audio signals in rotations. Try to get 1 billion track interference of planets in calculations. That's a lot of intelligence, don't you think? Right? So that's the balance you need, right? So the mind has to be where? In the center of operation to all timelines of the now position. All right. Okay, let's see here. Gratitude, golden cosmos, consciousness, gratitude, expression to all, thanking all you and your beings. We know you do. I just didn't know if you saw it. Yep, I see everything. Yep, I'm very well aware of everybody. Yeah, no worries there, guys. No worries there. You just have to understand my position. You have to understand where I am right now, my position. Because you have to understand, we're coming in a new cycle. Who do you think is going to be doing this? Who's going to set it up? I mean, it's already set up before, which is amazing, but you're going through it position locations of the now, right? So somebody's got to set these things up, right? So that's eternity standing when you come into calculations to all levels of an atom, right? The sun rotations in the calculation has its own identification system. Everybody's coming into the heart of memory, all right? So everybody's been through a lot. I understand that. 72 platforms. So not only you see more, but you're more connected to your empath. An empath to its empathy is position locations all over the track system locations, and you can see more through reading cycles. Psychic is very powerful. It's way beyond recognition through the third eye. So psychicism in position is allowed to see more dimensional timelines. But I see all space timelines of all direction. So, and these are the things you guys have to work at. You just have to learn how to balance the mind because it's going faster. And especially when you guys go into your T4 centers and your test and your review and evaluation, you really, really, really have to balance this out. Your thoughts are going to be traveling extremely fast. Okay? Faster than you can say anything through connections of eye, right? Or blink of an eye. Faster than that. So you have to find balance with that, right? The mind, the heart, and the body and soul have to be in one, right? Now, once the mind understands the body and the soul and the heart line center, it no longer becomes a body. You become dimensional light of travel, right? That's connection to all levels of restructure, connection to your cells, to its particle system, to its modified center, which comes into its simulation, to its simulator, right? It tracks its interference to your computer program settings, right? So you can travel through any timeline center location to clocking in an instant pattern simultaneously. Everything is simultaneously in the now line center. You guys don't see it through perception, but you will when you get into that provision. Okay? So, Merkaba is now recalibrating, all balancing, all heart, soul, and mind now. Yeah, you guys are all psychic. Right? You're all psychic. Some are more psychic than others, right? But you all have the same power. You just have to understand how to use it. And it's all done through your thoughts of the mind, right? You have to understand the birth line of psychonism. What is that? Through psychic locations, your empathy line center connections, right? Your impulses, your reading cycles, your orbs, your oracles. You have oracles, spiritual guides. What does all this mean? It all has to do with psychonism. It has to do with your third eye locations. What is your third eye? It's a mirror of you. That's what your third eye is. But it's not illusory. It's reality. So it opens up your reality to your virtual reality, to the simulation. All right. Okay. I've known that about myself since I was a little girl. And that's the thing. You guys pick up these things too. You find out that you're psychic when you're a kid, and you realize when you wake up, wow, this is powerful. Now I know who I am and what I can do. If you know who you are, but you can't know what you're doing, that's okay. At least you're working towards that, right? Because you always have that position of commanding system, but you have to learn how to travel inside in all levels of activation, understanding all positions of you through activity. So you have to get friendship, relation, and partnership with everything inside you, right? Before you understand position locations. All right. And once you start remembering these things, you start understanding what you are through position of power, what you can do. Because with great power becomes great responsibility. Right? So I think I'm going to head over to TikTok. I'm going to be there for a bit. There's a lot I need to do tonight. Again, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Okay, have a great night. Okay, I think I got cut up on all your questions here. Oh, okay, psychovates. That's fine. I'm leaving the line center. So as soon as I got off position, you'll fade off the line interference. So that's totally fine, right? Time sequencing to anything through interference location is the balance line connections, right? So it takes everybody out of track system of travel direction of time. All right. So you have no worries when it lost signal. All right. So everybody have a great day. Adios.